Snared crime kingpin Steven Lyons has finally been deported back to Europe after his stunning arrest in Indonesia and a swoop on alleged members of the Lyons mob. The 45-year-old's extradition was delayed multiple times as cops continued working on an ongoing probe. Lyons was flown back to Amsterdam, according to a spokesperson for the island of Bali's immigration office. He touched down in Amsterdam on Wednesday morning as he faces allegations of dirty money, running global narco routes and murder in Spain. But it's understood he will not be flown immediately to Spain and is expected to delay his onward journey to Madrid by refusing to be extradited. A well-placed Spanish source said, Lyons was due to touch down in Amsterdam late this morning after being deported from Indonesia. The procedure is that he will be formally detained on a European arrest warrant issued by a judge in Spain once he arrives in Holland, and the normal extradition process will then kick in. He may agree to be extradited, and in that case he'd probably be in Spain in around 30 days. But the feeling is he's likely to agree to be returned to Spain, and that means another hearing will have to be organised, which is likely to delay the procedure. The insider said a court in Malaga had issued the European arrest warrant for Lyons, but insisted he was wanted by other countries. Lyons was arrested on March 28th after arriving at the sun-soaked island's international airport from Singapore. Indonesia's immigration system flagged him through an Interpol red notice issued at Spain's request. It brings to an end the 2 years he spent on the run from Spanish authorities, who joined forces with Police Scotland to bring him in and blitz his criminal empire. The head of the once powerful North Glasgow crew was paraded in a jumpsuit with his wrists bound in cable ties as he was nicked getting off a flight from Singapore to Bali last Saturday. He was then quickly prepared for deportation in Spain, where he is wanted in relation to numerous offences linked to serious organised crime, including accusations of masterminding hits in Madrid and Malaga in 2024. Lyons is further accused of leading a crime ring that used shell companies for money laundering in Europe and the Middle East, including Spain, Scotland, England, Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain and Turkey. As he faces the prospect of spending time in a Spanish jail, he will find himself in the same justice system as Michael Riley, the man accused of executing his brother Eddie Lyons Jr., and pal Ross Monaghan last May. The alleged hitman of Liverpool is in a Spanish jail awaiting trial for the double murders in Fuengirola. Sources say the assassinations ended the Lyons' grip on the drug trade in Scotland, with their head Stephen now at his lowest ebb and facing years languishing in a Spanish prison cell. The arrest of his wife Amanda in Dubai after he was apprehended was another massive blow. And a cross-border operation last Friday also saw 13 Lyons clan suspects held in Scotland and Spain, linked to an alleged plot to swamp Scotland with hundreds of kilos of cocaine. Lyons' extradition comes as mystery continues to swirl around the whereabouts of two of his closest allies who fled moments before he was arrested after the trio touched down in Bali on a flight from Singapore. A manhunt is underway for convicted cocaine dealer Steven Lyons from Kirkintilloch and Lewis Wark of Glasgow. Cops in Bali are reportedly watching all international crossing points, but say their intelligence suggests the mobsters are still at large on the island. Prior to the Lyons being extradited, the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office confirmed they were assisting Lyons as he prepared to head back to Europe. However, they said there had been no contact yet from Larwood or Wark in person or by others on their behalf. An FCDO spokesperson said, "We are in contact with one British man currently detained in Indonesia. We have not been approached in relation to any other individuals, but our staff stand ready to provide consular assistance to British nationals abroad 24/7. We told how Lyons and Larwood were arrested and booted out of Dubai last September, along with Scotland's gang war instigator, ex-Rangers ultra Ross McGill. Vending machine boss Larwood was jailed for 4 years in 2007 after being nicked with £250,000 worth of cocaine. Wark is the former son of security firm boss Joe Wark, who was stripped of £65,000 under dirty cash laws and jailed in 2005 for threatening an accountant. Bali police spokesperson Ari Sandhi refused to comment on the investigation.